Project 2 is going to be another repertory piece, much like Project 1. And we are doing 4 pieces, one by Maureen Whiting, Edward Liang, Kiyon and Heidi Vierthaler. The dance that we've decided to showcase in Project 2 will be very eclectic. I think there will be elements that people will relate to in all 4 pieces. They will have similarities, but they also really have their individual stamp. What's exciting about the pieces are we again have that blend of local artists from the Seattle community, the Seattle dance community, and international work coming in, and really work that has not been seen here in this area in dance.
You know, my own company, I work a lot on the line between dance and theater and some, and also visual art. You know, dance is visual art and how those intersect.
What I love about the work she's doing with us is it's really dance and music. Whereas a lot of the other work she's been doing in the area has been maybe more narrative, more theatrical. So this is really about her movement to music.
One major focus for me was the link between dance and music, because a big difference between classically trained dancers and modern dancers is the habitual disconnection from the music that modern will, sort of since the 60s, that the modern form has decided to focus on different ideas rather than a strict tie to the music. And it can be like following the weight of the music or finding pedestrian moments that are more important to the artists than being on the music. Oh, that was nice. That felt right with the music.
She's doing a quartet with using Chopin's etudes, and it's very different, I think, from her normal work. It still, you know, has, you know, the initiations from different parts of her body and use of gestures and caricatures of things.
So I was trying to keep those modern ideals and at the same time make conscious choices with the music. You're on these counts. These counts don't matter here; they matter here. And it allowed me to see the music, which is what I wanted, which is why I felt happy today. Was that I was watching the dance, but also seeing the music on. It's like I could almost see the music coming out of their bodies.
So I think that's what's really interesting about Maureen's work, is that it's not just dance. It's dance, but it kind of makes you think and makes you ask questions and makes you, I don't know, go somewhere further than just the dance.
I've always got this kind of greater visual picture, and to really hone in on, okay, what can dance do by itself? Because I really, in my heart of hearts, believe dance is enough to say what you want to say.
We had seen Edward Liang's work at Pacific Northwest Ballet, and we know him, or people in the group know him, and really loved his work. So there was a consensus there to dance his work, and it worked out, which was fabulous.
Yeah, okay, he's actually a good friend of mine. We grew up together. We went to the School of American Ballet together, and then he was a soloist with New York City Ballet and kind of pursued choreography, and he was here setting a piece on PNB last March, and was interested in doing a piece for us, or having one of his pieces be shown, and that's called Flight of Angels. And so we're really, it's a part of one of his first pieces that he's done. He ever choreographed on Netherlands Dance Theater. Kiyon is someone that I was dancing while I was dancing in the company. He was in the school, always an energetic person and very vivacious, and then he got into the company and was retired. Hence, then retired, and then seeing him really kind of blossom as a dancer has been really exciting to me. And then now that he's really into into choreographing, I was very intrigued to have him be a part of Seattle Dance Project and being part of Project 2.
The new piece for Seattle Dance Project is a work in 4 movements. It's about 15 minutes long. I was sort of experimenting with a different style of movement for the Seattle Dance Project.
Kiyon Gaines, we've seen a lot of his work around. He's done work for Spectrum Dance Theater, he's done work at Pacific Northwest Ballet, and all of the dancers really admired his work and wanted to work with him. I think his movement is very musical, it's very rhythmic usually, and physically demanding, and so I think that was attractive to a lot of the group.
It was interesting for me as well because I came from the ballet world, and I went through this whole process to find a little bit more freedom in my body as well as develop my own movement vocabulary. And that was interesting for me, coming and working with dancers that have a very strong ballet background and sort of freeing things up a little bit and allowing them to make choices with their own movement.
Heidi Vierthaler, I first met her when I joined Pacific Northwest Ballet in 1986, and she was in the company, or she was in the school and then joined the company when I joined.
She went over to dance with Billy Forsythe and really learned his improvisational techniques and is using that for the piece that she's creating on Seattle Dance Project. So it's exciting. It's really exciting to see the dancers create their own movement through the tools that she's giving them, the tasks that she's giving them. Is really cool.
You see a classically trained dancer, it has a certain awareness, which you will see no matter what type of movement they're doing. So it's there automatically, but it's nice to have it almost be unrecognizable, and then they can slip in and out of it. I think it's so much as well how you get somewhere, the pathways of achieving something, and ballet is very much just like getting to the arabesque and getting to the positions and the pirouettes, but there's all that in-between stuff that can be very interesting as well, so I'm trying to focus on that. At the moment, it's nice, the music's just running and there are no counts, and I'd like the piece to be a little bit different every evening, like they will find different things within the music, and I think just listening to it over and over again, they'll find those places.
The process has been very interesting with Project 2.
And yeah, very challenging for some, but I feel like the end result is going to be very gratifying and satisfying to not only the dancers, but also to the audience as well.
There's that comfort zone of doing what you know. And I think the challenges sometimes are just sort of undoing the layers of all that and letting go and trying to find something new within yourself. Even though it may feel foreign, of exploring new possibilities in that way. And I think the dancers are very open to doing that, and that's extremely important.
We're also trained in what we are used to doing and feeling, and at the same time, the reason we're all together, all the dancers in Seattle Dance Project, and also why I'm here, is because we're always challenging our boundaries of what we know.
They're fantastic. They are always willing to try things, but I think the greatest thing about them is they know their limits and they know what they're not willing to try.
And making the choices, having the dancer being able to make choices where they want to go, like the path that they want to take, is very interesting.
It's like, just when it gets going, I want to keep going and I have to leave.
Dance rocks. No.